So in Tailnet, this is what we're going to do. We are going to create a virtual network to connect our LAN to our Docker containers using an encrypted tunnel. And we are going to use our Pi-hole as our domain name server to block the ads of the internet. So all your devices are going to ask this container which IPs are allowed and a link or a domain point to, and in case that is an ad, it will block it automatically for us. So this is how it is going to work. We are going to create this private network to connect our devices with our services, and everything is gonna be encrypted, and you don't need to open any port or anything like that. So first we need to create an account in the following link. So you just create an account, you go here, it's free, and now you just create an account with one of these options. Okay, so let's create an account. I'm going to walk you through the steps. You're going to choose one of these. You can type in your email, and it's going to make you feel like a questionnaire. So I'm gonna just answer something random. Something, whatever you wanna fill in here. So let's say this one. So in this part, you don't need to do this. You don't need to add right away any device. So just skip this introduction. And now you are in your Tailnet. This is your Tailscale account. So let's continue with the tutorial. We need to create your project directory for this. So we're going to create this one. And now we are going to navigate to this one. So after that, we are going to navigate to this directory. Okay, and we're going to download these files. Okay, it was a success. So now go back to the Tailnet web interface and create a key for the node that will deploy in your server. This is a container, right? You can do that by going to, so to do that, go to settings, personal settings, and we are going to generate a key. You go to settings, keys, and you go to generate another key. We can type something like container. We're going to generate, and we will not close this window until we are done. So just copy this one, go back here, and let's edit the environmental file. So just let's edit this one. So the host name that is going to be shown here in my website of Tailscale is this one. So I'm gonna say this is the container, and this is going to be the key. So I'm going to delete this. Be careful to keep the quotation marks, and Control Shift B. Oh no, this is not. Copy this one and paste it here. Okay, and save it with Control X, Y, and enter. And now we're going to deploy my project. You can check the compose file if you want. This is not necessary, but you can do that. So the compose says that we are going to install a Tailscale project, and the image is going to be the Tailscale, and the container is gonna be, the container name is going to be Tailscale as well. We are going to use a network of Docker which is called Tailnet VPN that we previously created, and we are going to assign the IP number 3, the next available IP, which is number 3. And we are going to create a volume that is going to be called Tailscale state, and is going to be mounted inside the container in this directory. This is a containers directory, and is going to be a named volume. And we are going to assign these permissions to be able to manage the Docker network and use the kernel of the server. And this is the variables that we set in the environmental variable file. So after you check that everything is okay, you can deploy the project with Ctrl+Shift+B. And now we have to go here to machines, and now you see we are connected. And you can now go to disable the expiry key if you want. So that is in this Tailnet setup. You can go to machines and the meatball, edit routes, and we are going to allow the routes advertised by your node. What this means is that we are going to allow my Tailscale container to manage the IPs of this Docker network, and so you can connect your LAN with your containers as if it were one network, but this is virtually done through these permissions. So just go here and let's edit this one. So you can go here in the meatball, and it says something like subnets. This machine has an approved routes, and so we're going to allow that one. So check this. We are going to go here and we're going to edit route settings, and we're going to allow this one, and we're not going to use this as an exit node, but that's how you do it. And now you see this disappeared. So the machine advertised routes, so now you are advertising the routes, which means now you can access from your LAN to your containers using the Docker network and using the Tailnet container. And we want to disable the expiry because I don't want the login to expire in this server, so I'm going to disable that, disable key expiry, so it will not expire. And let's see what else. Add your Pi-hole service as the Tailnet DNS. That's what we want. We want our Pi-hole to be our DNS. So DNS name server, so we have to go to DNS, which is this one, and name servers, another name server. So you look for this one, name servers, this one, and we're going to add one. So this is the magic one, but we're going to add one and custom, and we're going to type this IP address, which is the Pi-hole container. This name will only be used for some domains now. Use with exit node. I am not interested in these options. You have to check if you want to use them. These are features of Tailscale, so I'm gonna save this one. Allow override DNS. Override DNS. And that's it. And now you can start adding more nodes to your Tailnet. Download the Tailscale app in your device and log it with your Tailscale credentials. That's as simple as that. So now you can connect your phone to your network using Tailscale. So you have to download in your phone the Tailscale app and log in using any of their methods. Okay guys, so let's connect a client in our Tailnet for this PC, which is my office. So I have been using a terminal connected to my server Nube. So we need to open another terminal, and in my office terminal, my client, this is my client, this is my computer, we're going to run this script to download the application, the client. So I already have it. So let's see what happens if I try to run this again on my client here. Okay, so this is installed already. So I'm gonna open my interface, and I'm gonna create another key, generate another key for my office. Let's say this one, office, something like that. Let's say generate key, and now we come here and we copy this in order to log in from our client, not our server. So I'm gonna just and replace this information with the current information. Let's be careful not to delete the quotation marks. Let's copy this, and this is the key, so I'm gonna paste the key here, and carefully, without deleting the quotation marks, let's say my office. I think we cannot use these underscores, so let's leave it like that, keep it like that, and let's see if that connects to my Tailnet. Okay, so once this is done, let's come back here to machines, and we see our office that is connected. We can continue with the status, Tailscale status. It will show the Tailnet nodes, so we have 2 nodes, which is good. This one is the container, and my client, this one right now. So I am in my client right now, so that's what I need to do if I want to access my other services. If I want to be able to check my containers, I have to be part of the Tailnet. So if I want to check my containers from my PC, I have to have a client connected to my Tailnet from my PC. This is very important. It doesn't matter if it is your phone and you are on your LAN, you have to be part of the Tailnet. If not, you will not able to access your containers, because they are you cannot access them through your server directly, but from your Tailnet. So once this is done, we can disable the key expiry from here. So you go here and disable key expiry, so it will not expire the credentials there, and so we are good to go. In case your server is down, you have to disconnect from your Tailnet in order to resolve your DNS properly. So you do that from Ubuntu running this command, and if you want to connect again, just run this other command. This is very important, this warning. If you want to resolve your DNS properly, your server must be on when you pretend to use your devices. If your server is not on, then you have to disconnect from your telnet in order to resolve your links or name servers properly. So let's resume the Pi-hole setup. So go to Pi-hole. We did it, the telnet setup, and now it is very important on any device that is successfully connected to the telnet. We are already connected from my office, from this computer to my telnet, so I can access my container directly. So my password was admin, and it says I can add this list. So I go to I have to go to lists in the left sidebar, lists, and I can add. You already have one, this is by default. Add this one, copy, we're going to paste it, comment, aggressive list, and you go to add blacklist, and just like that. So let's say we go to Google Ads. If you try to access this link, your Pi-hole must block this ad, this website. Let's check this out, and you see this is blocked. You cannot access these kind of websites because they are blocked by default in these lists. So as simple as that, it is working. So let's, for the sake of this tutorial, let's do the same without being connected. So would you go with sudo tailscale down, and now you try to access this website again, and you see you can access. Okay, so that's all with this tutorial of Pi-hole. If you want to find a less aggressive list, you can search in here. Just beware of the type of list that you want. You can search for the type that list that you want, and find a medium less aggressive list in this website. Now refresh your Pi-hole configuration. So now you go here to tools and upgrade gravity, update, and just like that. So you say ads, and now you see you cannot access them. So that's how you should do it. Just follow this tutorial. Now we can have custom domain names for our services. So you go to settings and local DNS records. Let's create a domain, Pi-hole nube, for the IP address 10.10.10.2. And so let's do that. Okay, include the trailing at the end, like I told you before. So let's do this domain. It's gonna be Pi-hole nube. This is going to be the domain, and the associated IP is gonna be this one. And it was successfully. So let's log out from here. So just check this. We were entering through the IP, so now we are going to enter through the domain. So let's log out. Okay, and let's say it's pi-hole that nube. Let's pretend this is the first time I do this, so I go with the /, and it says, oh, you have to access with admin, so you can do that with admin at the end, something like this. This is the way you should enter, so just remember the / at the end, and after that it will remember this is a domain. So you can have custom domains like these ones. So type in the password and that's it. That's how you enter your Pi-hole statistics and the website interface. So that's how you should do it, your custom domain and the / whenever you want to add a new one. So let's continue with the next one.